Why do so many modern relationships start with such excitement and promise,
only to fizzle out, ending in confusion and disappointment? This pattern isn't unique to one age group or another. The answer lies in the powerful psychological forces shaping how we date today. It often begins with dating apps, which promise a world of endless options.
a seemingly infinite pool of potential partners is just a tap away. But psychology reveals this paradox of choice doesn't create freedom. It creates anxiety and the pressure to find a perfect match that may not exist.
This overload of options leads directly to swipe culture. We make snap judgments based on the most superficial information.
Potential for deep connection is reduced to a simple yes or no. This encourages the formation of shallow, easily disposable connections.
Because there's always another option, the fear of commitment grows.
Why settle when the perfect person could be in the next swipe?
Then there is the powerful influence of social media. It curates a gallery of perfect moments, setting wildly unrealistic expectations.
We are shown flawless images of love, beauty, and romance.
This creates a subconscious habit of comparing our partners to these online highlight reels.
Real life, with its normal imperfections, can feel dull and inadequate in comparison.
This leads to a state of constant dissatisfaction, always wondering if the grass is greener.
Modern dating is also built on a foundation of instant gratification.
Every match, like, and quick reply triggers a release of dopamine in our brains. This is the same neurochemical reward system associated with addiction. We become conditioned to seek these quick, easy highs.
This encourages addictive patterns over the slow, patient work of building a meaningful relationship. True connection isn't a notification. It's built over time, through shared experiences.
Beyond the technology, many struggles come from poor communication.
Low emotional intelligence can turn small misunderstandings into major conflicts.
Instead of expressing needs and fears, assumptions are made.
This leads to uniquely modern problems, like ghosting, where one person simply vanishes from a budding relationship without a word.
This leaves the other person questioning, and without closure.
Similar to this is breadcrumbing. This is when someone gives just enough attention to keep you interested. Sporadic, low-effort messages that create a false sense of hope.
But the path never leads to a real, committed relationship. These behaviors often stem from another core issue: conflict avoidance. Rather than discussing issues openly, many people prefer to ignore them.
Hoping, perhaps, that the problems will simply solve themselves.
But unresolved issues don't disappear. They fester and grow, creating resentment, eventually leading to an emotional explosion or the silent death of the relationship.
Layered on top of all this are the pressures of modern life. Busy lifestyles and demanding career priorities are a major factor. Many people have little genuine time or emotional energy left for deep connection.
Emotional bandwidth is a finite resource, and careers often take priority.
This ties into broader cultural shifts as well.
In many cultures, personal independence and self-fulfillment are more valued than ever. Long-term commitment can sometimes be viewed as a restriction on that freedom.
This creates a psychological barrier to forming deep, lasting bonds.
This fear is amplified by the sheer number of options available. Many people avoid long-term relationships due to a fear of missing out, or FOMO.
What if there is someone better for me out there? Is a constant, nagging question. So, faced with all these challenges, how can anyone succeed?
The first step is simply awareness.
Understanding these psychological patterns can significantly improve your choices and reactions. Recognizing when you're caught in a dopamine loop or a comparison trap is empowering. From awareness, we can move to building patience. Good relationships are not found, they are built. And building takes time.
Developing emotional intelligence is also crucial.
This means learning to communicate your own feelings and to listen with empathy.
It involves understanding that your partner has a complex inner world, just as you do.
Making an effort to understand their perspective is a cornerstone of a healthy bond. This empathy diffuses conflict and builds a foundation of trust.
Finally, it's essential to cultivate realistic expectations.
This means consciously letting go of the curated fantasies portrayed online.
And learning to find beauty in the authentic, imperfect nature of a real person. Real love isn't flawless. It's about connection despite the flaws.
With these tools, awareness, patience, and realistic expectations, you can begin to navigate modern dating more effectively. It becomes less about finding a perfect product and more about being a good partner. And finding someone willing to build alongside you. So, let's bring it all together.
Modern dating often fails when we get lost in the paradox of choice. When we chase the dopamine of instant gratification instead of true connection.
When we compare our reality to the curated perfection of social media,
and when poor communication and conflict avoidance prevent any real intimacy. But by understanding these forces, you regain your power.
You can choose to reject the patterns that don't serve you.
You can choose patience over instant gratification.
And you can choose to protect your peace by setting realistic expectations.
The goal isn't to win a game, it's to build a team. A partnership based on mutual respect, effort, and communication.
It is not easy, and it requires moving against the powerful currents of modern culture. But understanding the psychology of modern dating is the key to creating healthier, more lasting relationships. A relationship that truly enriches your life, rather than just distracting you from it.
Remember, true change begins with small, conscious choices. Choosing presence over distraction.
Choosing clear communication over silent assumptions. And choosing vulnerability over the fear of being hurt. Choosing to appreciate the authentic reality of your partner.
Over the impossible fantasy of perfection. Modern dating isn't a broken system, it's a new landscape.
One that requires a new map and a new set of skills to navigate. The power to succeed is not in the apps, but in your own understanding. Understanding your psychology, your habits, and your values.
With that knowledge, you can build something meaningful.
Something that lasts.